Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway. First thing I want to say is I apologize for a long ass pause we had in between videos. I'll explain that towards the end of the video. Something was going on with Reddit, but as I said, I'll explain that towards the end of the video. For now, what we have is the title is The Guy Who Kept Promising to Show Up. I could say more about it, but that'd be a little bit spoilery, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah. Oh, and we is talk about my book because just because it's my video, my book. We're gonna jump right into this. I recently posted an ad looking for players to join my one shot. Since the one shot itself is pretty big, it will go on for a few weeks, several actually. I asked some players to be able to commit to 3 Fridays. He told me his schedule was 110% open, and he would be doing nothing. There wouldn't be anything stopping him from coming to the games. It started off well, that is, until he rushed by himself in the middle of an orc horde, rolled several natural ones, and died. He ended up putting his entire group at risk of dying. Keep in mind, the guy has over 6 years of Roll20 and D&D experience, including DMing. He screamed and yelled in his mic saying it was effing BS. I'm trying to cut down on cursing, y'all. I paused the game and let him calm down, and we took bathroom breaks. This all happened in Discord, by the way. I brought in a new player who had 3 levels to revivify, and he had a scroll, so that the guy could keep playing. As I'm trying to explain this, he interrupts me and screams, "Oh, I see, you already got somebody to replace me!" I paused. I waited until he got quiet and finished explaining that I brought my friend in so that he could be revived and continue playing. He quickly calmed down and pretty much went quiet for the rest of the game. Gee, I friggin' wonder why. Dude, just let people talk, guys. Like, really? For serious? For serious, for sure? For really though? After the game ended, I checked the sheet and noticed that he had given himself 10 times more gold than the entire group had. Even in the group, they were going to share their loot, and everybody got the same amount of gold. Well, should have, but he fixed that for himself. He'd also modified his weapons and spells to hit harder and more often. I fixed these on the sheet, and we're going to address these problems with him the next time, before the session. And I was going to PM and talking about these things. We leveled up after the session, so he probably noticed that I found out when we went to level up his character. The following session, he tells us he's not coming while everyone is on Discord waiting for him. This left me in a rush to find a new player at the very last second. The game was delayed for over an hour while I went on Reddit to find a new player to fill in. Luckily, our new player was 10 times better than the other guy in terms of role playing and get along with the group. The following week, the troublemaker cancels again and says he's quitting the group because he can't play Fridays anymore. I check his Reddit account and finds out that he, still to this day, applying for Friday night games. I'm happy to say I had quite a few DMs write me back thanking me for warning them about this guy and how he abuses the game and his style of play. Meanwhile, the player who replaced him is keeping all of us laughing our butts off, LMFAO, with his hilarious Joe Pesci voice. And that, ladies and gentlemen, ogres, orcs, elves, humans, what have you, is the end of the post. So you know what that means, right? It's time for my TED Talk. Okay, well, the first thing I want to address is dude's temper. Like, for those of y'all that been hanging with me for a while, when something goes wrong. I don't want to say when something goes wrong, but when I feel something is BS, I'll look you dead in the eyes and I'm going, "We're going to fight me?" But even then, like, I would have calmly said, "Yo, is there some way y'all can bring me back, or I need to make a new character?" Like, even my 7-year-old daughter wouldn't just rush into a horde of orcs like that. She knows better. Come on, she's 7 and she knows better than that. When I read that part, no lie, in my head I hear him going, "Leroy Jenkins," and just rushing in, like, come on, like, oh my god. I don't. I'm laughing because I actually fully truly see him in my head doing this, but also Didn't anybody? I wonder if anybody tried to stop him. Did anyone in or out of character say, "Yo, that was a really dumb move. Like, you putting us all at risk, bruh. Like, please don't do that. We're trying to adventure and game as a group. Next time you do that, we're gonna leave you on your own." Because I did that. Granted, yeah, I know I said my 7-year-old was smarter than that, but she has me to guide her. But when I was gaming and I was like 13, 14, 15, I did this. I had the main character syndrome. Not even just main character. I had main character edgelord syndrome. I was the dude sitting in the one corner of the tavern going, "What's really good? I'll kill all y'all." But I learned and I got over that really quick. No, not really quick. It took me like a couple of years, but still, I got over it, is what I'm saying. With that in mind, I'm wondering how old this dude is, and for him to have 6 years of experience and him still doing that, like, does he have main character syndrome? Did he just think that he wouldn't get touched? Like, I don't know. If he's got experience DMing and Roll20 and everything, why? Just why? That what he was doing just makes no sense to me. I'm glad he did drop himself out rather than having everybody force him out, because that, while he may not recognize that he's the problem, or maybe he does, and he wasn't really fond of being called out for cheating, which I don't know why he would have anyway. You know, just he decided to move along, which is okay. You know, that's a good thing. Again, as you look at this, I chose this particular background because the guy sharpening his blade to the left, he's got his back towards the rest of the group. Everybody's hanging out, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't really want to hang with y'all like this. You know, call me when you need me. I'm cool. I'm too cool for y'all." For those of you that been hanging with me for a while, you guys already know I pick backgrounds I feel as though are relevant. I was about to say relevant. Don't at me. Relevant to the story. Actually, I'm gonna start doing a thing where I'm gonna do a poll where I ask you guys, what do you think the relevance of the background to the story is? But with that said, I'm gonna get to why it took so long to make this video. Something happened on Reddit. I was doing, you know, my thing for editing, and I went to go get the link for this, and it was like, yeah, this subreddit is now private. So it took a few days for I submitted to join it formally, which I don't know why I wasn't joined formally to begin with, but it took a few days to get it going because I was going to make this video and I was not going to have the link here. For that, I do apologize. I mean, it's out of my hands, and I don't know what the heck was going on. Something about an admin a female admin that was done some really, really dumb stuff, and like the subreddit didn't want anything to do with her. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm pretty sure somebody you know who, you know, traverses these forums can tell you something. I don't really want to say it via, you know, this platform because they might demonetize my ass. Not that I'm monetized anyway, but you get what I'm saying, cuz. You get what I'm saying. Now, with that out of the way, my book, Battleworld. It is the third book I've written. It is, the link for it is going to be in the description. If you give me a sec, I'm going to pull up a picture of the artwork. That's artwork for it. It's out on Amazon right now. You can purchase it in paperback and Kindle format. I have not done Audible books yet, though people keep asking me, so I'm going to have to see what I can do about making an Audible book. The main character is a guardian of another dimension called Felgaia, and after he defeats an ancient evil with his other guardians, there's four of them, supposed to be four of them altogether, he goes back to Earth, and he tries to have a normal life for himself and leave Felgaia behind, but that doesn't work, as when he's having marital problems and everything. 16 years later, he gets pulled from Earth back to Felgaia to once again stop the ancient evil. But as he gets pulled from Earth, so does his family. Now he has to worry about protecting them, explain the whole situation to them. hoping that his biological kids don't see him as the boogeyman, because on Felgaia he's not just any demon, he's the demon lord. Trying to put his marriage together, or rather not put it together, salvage what he can to see if they can stick together, still protect everybody, protect Felgaia itself, and defeat an ancient evil. So my man's got a lot on his shoulders just from the outset of the beginning, just going into getting ripped back into Felgaia. It's sort of a love letter from me to fans of anime, because I am I'm a big anime fan. How many times have I told you I'm usually the black guy walking around with 2 katana because I want to be the damage healer. I use katana because, well, I like katanas, and anime got me into that. I'm also an avid martial artist. But I use references to anime powers specifically. Yu Yu Hakusho, Street Fighter. I get into Dragon Ball Z eventually. Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Black Clover. Those are just to name a few of the powers that I reference in there. I changed the names of them because obviously I do not want to be sued. But they're in there. Even if you're not an anime fan, the story itself is gripping enough, in my personal opinion, and not just mine. There are reviews out there. There's at least one review out there I've seen, and somebody was really enjoying it, so that made me happy. But yeah, the story itself carries, well, obviously the story, but it's not just about the powers or something. Like I said, I wrote for a love letter, but the story is the reason for the use of the powers. So I'd like you guys to check that on out, if you may, please. Thank you. And I think that's, all the advertisements I have. I have another book coming out pretty soon, as soon as I get my freaking artwork back, because the guy needs to fix it. It's not what I had ordered, and he put his own spin on it, and that's not what I asked him to do. But by the time he gets my artwork back, I'll finish with my 5th book and have that out before my 4th book. Slight aggravation aside, if you're new to the channel and you like the story, think about liking and subscribing. If you're not new to the channel and you just watch my crazy behind and all my stories I tell and everything, still think about liking and subscribing. It's a small gesture. You hit the like button and click. It don't take much, but it means absolutely everything to me. Everything. It lets me know you guys are out there and you're really enjoying my content. On top of enjoying my content, it lets YouTube know that you guys are out there enjoying my content. So it puts that out there for other people, and I actually have noticed that other people are popping in like, oh yeah, you popped up in my recommended. I wasn't even gonna look at it, but something told me. And that's actually how a lot of people have been writing in the comments lately, and I'm loving it. I for those of you that have been hanging with me for a while, thank you again. And I respond in the comments, or even if I don't respond, I let you know I saw it. For that, I just want to say thank you guys. Like, for the guys that have been hanging with me, seriously, you guys make this for me. Like, no lie. I keep doing this for you guys. Like, I greatly enjoy the conversations we have and the discussions we have in the comments about whether or not a guy was a dick, how the DM might have been justified or might not have been justified about things. So this is me just letting you guys know I greatly appreciate you, and I thank you for hanging with me this long. But I'm not going to keep gushing. Keep gushing. My apologies on that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, elves, trolls, gnomes, gnolls, I am King Sway, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, baby. I'll catch you guys later.